Hello creatives, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel again. This is David Gladness, and on this particular video I'm going to be taking you through the process on how you can design this logo mockup making use of just your smartphone. So without further ado, let's proceed with the video tutorial. Alright, you're welcome back to the video tutorial. Just like I have explained in the video introduction, so I'm going to be showing you on how you can design a logo mockup. But then this video is being divided into three parts. We have the Pixela part, we have the Canva part, and we have the mockup part, making use of the Photopea app. But then I have already dropped the tutorial on how you can make use of the Pixel app to design this particular logo process, because before you're able to turn your logo into mockup, you must have designed the logo. So in this particular part of the video, because this is the second part actually, if you're a Pixel app user, you can check the video I uploaded before this one, or just watch this logo process to the end. The video will automatically pop up at the end of the video, and then you'll be able to watch the Pixel app tutorial and also how you can do it with the turn it into a mockup, right? So the video before this is for the Pixel app tutorial. If you are yet to go through it, you can check it out. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to change my to go to a new page, right? I'll just swipe to a new page. Now the size does not matter, this is not a flyer. The first thing I'm going to do now is to bring in a shape. So I'll just go to my elements, then I'll bring in a circle shape. As you can see that. Now the color I'm going to be using is going to be like an orange color, right? I'm going to click on this. So the color I'm going to be using is going to be a orange color. I think I have the color code actually. So you can just tap on this color icon you are seeing right here. Tap on it. Then when you tap on it, look at this place, just input the color code. So I think the color code I actually used was let's check this out. Yes, FFA04B. FFA04B. So I'll just tap on this back icon, and here we are. You can see the color code we are using. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'll just do this like this. Now I'm going to duplicate this particular circle shape, right? I'm going to duplicate it. Then after duplicating, I'll click on color to change this one color to the background color, which is white actually. Now I'm going to reduce the size of my shape a bit, and then I'll move this to the front just like this. I believe you can see what I'm doing properly. Yes, this is actually great, so that it will be giving us that kind of moon effect, like an half moon, you get. So that is what we are going to be doing. Now we'll tap on the one at the back. We'll click on more, click on select multiple, then click on the one in the front as well, and then click on group. When you select the both, click on group so that it will become one. Now you can reduce the size a bit and position it wherever you want to position it to. Now we'll duplicate it, right? Duplicate it. Now this time around, you can position this one around here. You can put anywhere as long as it's not very close to each other. Anywhere as long as it's not very close to each other. And I think this is actually perfect. It could be the front like this, it could be anywhere as long as the both is not closer to each other. So let me move this to the middle, and then this as well. I'm going to move it here. Now I want to change the color of this particular shape, right? So I'll just click on ungroup. It's not a must to ungroup it, but because of beginners here, I don't want to assume everybody is into Canva. So I'll just tap on this. Now I will make this one a little bit darker. The color I'm going to be using here, I want to make it a little bit darker. So I think I have the color code as well. I'll tap on this, and the color code, let's check it out. The color code is F57F17. F57F17. So I'm just going to go back to the default page. Now I'm going to tap on more, select multiple, then I'll group. Remember there is a white circle here. I'll group the both of them together. It is not actually necessary you group them. When you have duplicated, you don't need to group again, but then let's just group it. Now the next thing we're going to do is to save this in a transparent background, but then for easy access, let's just save it as an image by clicking, I'm using 2Page now. I'm using 2Page. So what I'm going to do is just to click on this download icon, but in your own case, if you are using 1Page, just click on this one you are seeing right here. But mine, I'll just click on this. So when I click on the download icon, you can see this, we have share. I'll just click on download, which might not be available for you if you are not using the Canva Pro. Now look at the page. I'll make sure I'm not selecting the two. I want to save only the second page. Then I'll click on done, and yes, I'll just click on download. Then let's wait for it to be done downloading. All right, so this is great. As you can see, we are done downloading it. Now we can delete this. We don't need them again. We can delete it. Now this part is where you are going to need the Canva Pro, right? But then if you are not having the Canva Pro, there is a way you can go about it, and I'm going to tell you. Now we want to change, want to remove the background. You can see this is having a background. The shape is having a background. Let me change the background color to show you what I'm talking about. So let me change the background color to a black color. You can see. So we want to remove the background, and so that we'll be left with just the shapes, those yellow shape. So if you are not having the Canva Pro, I have a video already on my YouTube channel. You can check it out in the video description box, or just click on the card appearing at the top left corner. Just check the card, click on it now. It's going to take you to the video, or you just check the video description or scroll through my channel. You are going to get a video that will teach you 6 different methods of removing background, all for free, even without the Canva Pro, right? So since I am using the Canva Pro, I'm just going to scroll to where you are seeing effects. Look at it. In your own case, you can just use effect. So I'm using the new experience Canva mode right now. Then I'll click on remove background. Then let's just wait for this to remove the background for us automatically. All right, as you can see, easy peasy. So if you need a Canva Pro, I also have a CMO course I can refer you to. Check the group description or check the comment section. It will direct you to my DM, and I can guide you through on how you can go about the Canva Pro. So I'm going to crop this out to something like this. You can see what I'm doing. I'm going to crop it out to something like this. Then I will duplicate it. Now when I duplicate it, I'll just crop it out again in such a way that I'll be left with the dark parts. So it's a way of separating them. You can see that, right? So I'll bring this here. I'll make sure the darker part is at the back. So I'll click on this, and I will go to position, then move it to back. Okay, this is going to be to front. Now I will reduce the size of this one a bit more, in such a way that it's going to fit in with the first one, right? And let's see what we've got. Yes, I think this is actually perfect. Yes. Now what we are going to do, watch what we are going to do. Now we are going to duplicate this, right? We are going to duplicate it, but then we'll position this here for now. Now you see this one, we want to add a kind of effect to it. We want to add a kind of effect to change the color. We want to add a kind of effect to help us change the color. So what we'll do is simply go to dual tone, go to effects. Then when you click on effects, so click on where you're going to see dual tone. If you're not seeing it right here, just click on effect right here. Look at it. Just click on effect here. Then click on this place you're saying dual tone, right? Now we want to change the color to something really darker than this. So I'll just click on custom. Then I'll tap on that custom again. I'll just click on this adjust inside to adjust it. You see this highlight color? We'll tap on it, and then we are going to input this color code, this dark color code. That is CD6100. CD6100. Then I'll tap on back. Now you see when you click on the highlight again, you can see the shadows. These shadows will change it to the same color, which is CD6100. You can see that, right? And we are going to get that particular color. Great. Then you can now scroll down. Now you see this particular one. We are going to position it inside in a way that we'll be able to reduce the size a bit. Now let me change the background color so you can see what I'm doing properly. To white. Now I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in properly. Then I'll just reduce the size like this. Yes. So you can just go to your notch to position it to avoid disturbance. So for this video not to be long, I'll just quickly do that. Alright, so as you can see, I have been able to position it properly, but then you see that dark shade, this particular dark shade, but that is showing right here at the middle. I want it to also reflect in the front of this lighter shade of shape, right? So I'll just go to my layers, scroll to layer, where you can see layers right here. So you will locate that particular one, which is this one. You can see it's the one at the middle. Now we are going to duplicate it, right? Duplicate it. Now when we duplicate it, we'll position it properly in front of each other. Now we'll go to position and move it backward only once, right? Then scroll down. Now we'll use the notch button as well to position this one too properly, so that it's going to show a little bit. It's going to reflect a bit from the outside. So we'll reduce the size a little bit. Okay, then I'll move it and as you can see, it's now kind of showing us that line. Yes, as you can see, we have now been able to get what we want to get. So I'll just tap on plus, bring in a text, then I'll look for a very good font. So let me just click on add a heading. I will edit it. Like I said, the name of the brand I'm trying to design a fictional thing for is Comfort Supermarket. So I'm just going to like continue. Instead of typing comfort like this, I'll just remove the C and something like comfort. So the logo is this one we have been able to work on already, and this is the name in front of the logo. Then the color we're going to be using here is going to be the lighter shade, right? It's going to be the lighter shade. Then I'll increase the size, position it to somewhere around here. Okay, so you can click on this place you're seeing effects, click on effects, click on Olo. You can see that. Just click on this place you're seeing Olo, then scroll down. Now increase the size like this. Now I will click on color, and the color I want to use is the dark part, that dark one. Now I will duplicate this one, but before duplicating it, let's check if we can get a very good font for this design. For the logo design, I'll look for a very good font. Alright, I think I can work with this Archivo Black. This one, I can work with it. On Pixel Lab, I made use of Montserrat. Yes, so I'll reduce the size a bit. Then I'll position it around here. Now I'll duplicate this, and then I will edit, then just input supermarket. Alright, so I will reduce the size to something really small. Adjust the padding in such a way that it's going to be aligned with the comfort text. Okay, you can see what I'm trying to do. So try your best to make sure it is aligned, right? Try your best to make sure it is aligned. So you can always zoom in case that particular stuff, the lines are helping you when you don't need the help. Yes. Yeah, I think this is actually perfect. Now I'll duplicate each of the text. I will duplicate each of the text by tapping on it, duplicate it, click on effects, click on effects. This time around we are going to remove it from Olu to none. You can see that. Now we'll change the color to the lighter shade. Just change the color to the lighter shade. Then I'll go back, and then I'll reduce the size a bit, and then I'll try to position it inside that particular Olu. I'll just position it inside a particular Olo. If you're finding it hard, always use your nudge button. I feel like reducing the size more. Alright, so I'll just go to my spacing. I'll go to my spacing. And then I will increase the letter spacing. Yeah, this is perfect. Now I'll do the same thing for the supermarket. I'll just go to my style. After duplicating, I'll go to my effect, remove it to none. Then I'll try to position it inside the first one. This one was even perfect, but then I'll go to my size and reduce the size. Then my spacing, to increase the spacing so it can fit in. Then the color, to make sure it is a lighter shade of color. Now I'll make sure I make use of my nudge button to position it at the middle. My nudge button to position it at the middle. You can see that. Yes, and now we are done with our logo. Now there is something I did not add earlier in the Canva the tutorial for Pixela, but then you can go ahead and be creative. Actually, go to your elements. Since it's for supermarkets, you can search for something like cats. All right, I decided to use this one because of the color. It's going with what we are trying to design, right? It's going with what we are trying to design. All right, so you can go ahead and just position it like this. If you feel like rotating it or flipping it, you can come to flip it horizontal. Yes, and you can actually add it inside this by going to, let's go to position and move it to front. Or better still, let's just leave it around here since it's a supermarket design. So let's just leave it around here. Yeah, so now we are done with our logo. The next thing is to turn it into a mock-up. So to save your design, now make sure you are saving it in a transparent background, or you just save it in this format and make use of the method on how you can remove your background to remove the background. So in the next part, I'm going to be showing you on how you can turn this logo into a mock-up like the one I showed you guys earlier. Now, to save your design in a transparent background, all you need to do is to click on this download icon, right? Then when you click on download, it's going to take you here. Click on download. If you're not using the Canva Pro, you might not be having access to all these functions, right? So you can see this place you are saying transparent. You can see that it's having a crown icon. You can see that. So if you're not using the Canva Pro, you are not going to be having access to this. So I'll select it to make sure you can see that, right? Then I'll just make sure this is as well in PNG, and I'm going to click on download. So with that, it's going to be in a transparent background. So thank you for sticking around to the end of this video tutorial. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you are yet to subscribe, and don't forget to check out the mock-up process in the next video that will be uploaded or popping out already on your screen. See you on the next one.